9 minutes. What? It's literally like less than a half mile as the crow flies. So what does it want me to do here? Like, dude, I can't see anything.
Yeah, it's bad.
It always scares me to put a valuable bait right here because this is like my junk pile. I mean, I got a mega bass, I got some jackhammers down there, I got a nashini, but like, it's like when stuff gets put right there, it rides there for like 6 months.
This is what we're fishing in today, guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
We're riding in at least.
We're gonna have to. So that whole deal where I was like, we need to see a lot fast. We're not gonna see quite as much as fast as we want. When the sun gets up, we're gonna run around, but we gotta let this fog settle because you can't be running around fast in the fog. It's a good way to meet Jesus. Which I hope you meet Jesus, but not like that. You know what? We had to show those Conroe bass something they'd never seen before. Now it's time to show some Florida bass that they've never seen before. We're just gonna follow Dustin like this all day today. If he finds them, we'll find them. Good morning, fans. Harris chain, foggy, soupy, but warm. I'll be out of this G-Crack hoodie in no time. And just kind of trying to get a vibe, get our first bite. I wanted to move around a lot today. Probably going to move around a lot today, but gotta wait till it's safe to do so. So we're just gonna fish around, see if we can eliminate like a shad spawn bite, make sure that's not going on. See if we can find some hydrilla or eelgrass out here. And I'm putting on a bigger punch setup. It's like a big weight. Not a punch setup, but like a 1/2 ounce weight, something I could just be quick and efficient with. These Florida fish like a slow fall in the springtime and a lightweight, but in practice, I don't have to make every one bite. I need to be efficient. I need to be speedy. So this is like the biggest tip for high school anglers, college anglers, weekend guys. Practice faster. You practice fast to locate the fish. You don't have to get all the bites in practice. You don't have to dial in the bait, the exact technique. All you want to know is like how the fish are positioning. And a lot of times, like if I go through a really good stretch, I don't need to get 30 bites. There might be 30 fish there, but I just need to get 4 or 5. And I'll know it's my best stuff. Like that's why you always have pros, oh, they're sandbaggers. No, they're just really efficient in practice and they fish quick. It's been a minute. Last time we were at the Harris chain, I was catching them punching this bad boy. So we're gonna break it back out, little baobab hog. We gotta give a G-Crack house plug. G-Crack Crack House. So right next to my No Skunk Boys, we've got a Crack House sticker. If you guys want merch, we've got hats, hoodies, limited bait drops that are coming only from Japan. I mean, people got their hands on the Billows Vibe early because of it. You join the Crack House, and not only are you going to get to hang out with, we're going to do meet and greets and stuff later in the year, but you get access to me, Marshall, Pond Boys, Kaz at G-Crack directly. It's a small community, and so join the Crack House, and you can get some cool G-Crack stuff. So it's not for everybody, but for those crackheads, it's your place. I don't think they have manatees here, but there's a sign that says manatee area. So one thing about Florida is it all looks good, but there's more dead water in Florida than just about anywhere you can go. So it's all about finding the area. Like we'll go long periods without getting bit today. That's just a guarantee. It doesn't matter if you're at Okeechobee, Toho, Harris Chain, St. John's, and you'll find little zones that they're up in and doing their thing. And it's just because it's such a target-rich environment. You got to have a bunch of fish around to get bit in this stuff, you know, because they can be in so many places. So if you're go through a zone, you get 4 or 5 bites, there's a lot more fish there than you think. So like Florida's one of those places where not getting a bite doesn't bother me at all, like for a long time. It's not a super patternable place. There's lakes that are patternable and there's lakes that go down in areas. Florida is all about the area. There's a little one on a bed right here. He's about the size of my worm. He's dumb as a rock. Little joker. There's a non-scoreable off of bed. I got to be 1/8 this week. That's probably a 1-1, but there's like 3 beds right here. Resume safe operation is what that sign said, but it's foggy, so I don't really know what that means. It just means keep it slow. One won't be hiding from us in here. A handful of fish swimming around in here now. Yeah, see, that's tilapia bed there. A tilapia or a bass right there. Nice one. That's a 2-pounder. That's the problem with Florida right there, is that's what the bucks are. They're catching the bucks, they're non-scorables. Super cool in these like really clear water canals. Like it was like being in an aquarium. God, it's a dang big one, son. She's a dummy too. I want to catch that fish so bad, I'm not going to. Like I want to stick that fish's skull. Mondays must be lawn mowing day in Florida. Big one. All right, welcome to the Harris chain, huh? It's a 4-pounder. A little fat one. Okay, well, if we get any more bites back in here, we're not gonna stick them, but all right. There she goes. That was fun. He's a keeper for sure. Thought he was gonna be small. He 2-pounder probably? It says no wake, not no ripple, you know? that dude's was running no ripple there for a minute. This canal's like twice as long as the one we just came through. So like, look at this canal right here, and look at this canal, and then check this canal out. This is the Apopka Canal. That's why it takes so long to get there. Yeah, dude, it's like miles. With the sun being up, I really want to make my way towards Beauclair. It's the clearest water on the chain. Gonna have probably the deepest grass. Like if I'm gonna get in an area and see some, it's gonna be in there. Well, we just wrapped up our pub sub idle session. Well, we're still in the idle session, but the pub sub session's over. And you know, I'd give my pub sub 5 out of 10 of all the pub subs. Like mine was pretty soggy. The deli master in there went a little ham with the sauce. Had the buffalo chicken pub sub. But more importantly, it was Jared's first pub sub. So I'm gonna hand him the microphone, let him turn the camera around and talk to you guys.
My pub sub, first ever one. I can't leave it a great review either. It's pretty soggy, not a great first experience. Huh? Yeah, it filled me up. That's what matters. Long day out here, so it's fun though. Super cool out here on these Florida lakes. Never been down here.
It is kind of weird. Like it feels like every time I go to Publix, the people that are running the sub department just look like mad at the world. Do you notice that last night? He is not having a good time. I don't know if it's because they're so busy or what, but it doesn't matter if it's Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida. I don't think I've ever had someone serve me a pub sub with a smile on their face. We're gonna get out here, see what we can't find, and hopefully find an area with a bunch of good ones on beds. I've never fished Beauclair in the springtime. I've fished Beauclair a handful of times, but never this time of year. So we're gonna go fish around, see what we can't find. And then it's really hard for me not to fish like right here where we're idling across the mouth of Beauclair. You know, there's some hard spots out here in the grass, like community holes, but tournaments get won here. So we'll probably stop on our way back through and just make a few casts with a worm and maybe scope around a little bit. We're losing our sun here, our good-looking sun, and I'm kind of losing my faith in Beauclair. I know this place has got them. I know it's going to go down in here somewhere, but I hadn't really been able to find it. Today's been super fun. I like the style of fishing we're doing, but it's been a struggle. We got to at least start making our way back a little bit so we don't get caught. But yeah, it's been a struggle. I'm talking a monster bowfin. That thing has to be over 10 pounds. I'm about to spin around and try to catch that son of a gun. Dude, look, he's got some in his mouth. Look at that. Look at that. He's eating whatever that is right there. It's in his mouth. Look at him when he swims into the sun here. Look how big this sucker is.
It's like a piece of trash. It's styrofoam.
Dude, this bowfin has a piece of he just, like after I flipped at him, he went down and like picked up a piece of trash off the ground. He's swimming around with it in his mouth like a daggum tiger shark. Oh, pull my arm off. That's an issue. That is a 13.5 inch, 15 ounce bass. All right, let's get out of here. We need to go fishing some. That's a mean little fish right there, dude. Look at how I got him hooked, too. I don't even know how I'm gonna get this hook back. Dude, they're so strong. Their mouth's like bone, too. See the teeth in there? I saw push bait earlier. I wasn't even looking, dang it. He's not a 1.8, but he's probably like a 1.6. Well, today, I had a blast, like just fishing great weather in Florida. Never really found anything. I mean, I found a big bedfish here, a big bedfish there, got a bite flipping pads, but they're like all in different lakes, hour boat rides apart. Never got anywhere where I just felt like I could settle down. I wish I could tell you what I was gonna do tomorrow, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if I spread myself out even further and go to Lake Griffin, or do I hunker down in one of the lakes where I just kind of have the best hunch so far, which I don't have much of a hunch. So I'm gonna think on it tonight. Probably won't make a call till in the morning. Look at the wind forecast for the tournament again, and there's value to eliminating water. We eliminated a lot of it today. Today we catch them. What in the world? Who fished a tournament on Tuesday? Either that or all 65 of our guys put in here and are waiting for safe light. All right, we decided to put back in on Harris. I'm not gonna ride out the chance to go to Griffin for half a day if by noon we haven't caught anything. But I want to explore some different stuff. You know, I know the fish to do really well. People will do really well in this lake, and there's not a lot of offshore hydrilla here, so it's probably not going to be like that. And what I want to do is I want to flip shallow. I want to fish for spawners. And so we're going to hunker down, try to find an area where that's going down. I don't know if that's going to be a canal. I don't know if it's going to be on the main lake. I'm hoping main lake, but I'm not against canal. We rolled our hooks in. We've kind of embraced the grind. Like, you better not catch one on a prop bait if you get the bite. So I already sat on a rattle trap this morning, got a hook in my butt cheek. So we're off to a good start. So I throw my top waters on braid. Usually throwing a spook, there's not much to tangle up with, but with this prop bait, that braid keeps getting around the blade here and wrapping and stuff. So short fluorocarbon leader. Now fluorocarbon sinks, so I want a short one. This is only that long, but it's so much stiffer that it's not going to catch around the blade near as bad. So little bitty short fluorocarbon leader on your top waters can help you out. That's a good one too. Okay, it's a nice fish. Right where we left off at Conroy. Lipless crankbait, 3-pounder. Look at how long he is. There's a little shad spawn going right now. See him flicking on the pad? They're little. What's eating them is little, but they're kind of nuking them in here a little bit. That was a big one. Oh, that was a 5 or 6 pounder right there, dude. That was also a big one. This is like maybe starting worthy right here. I mean, it's kind of like, I think I have to start in here because there's more fish. I mean, there are definitely a few bigger fish in here. I think you could come in here and catch 10 and not catch a scoreable, or you might come in here and catch 3 over 5. Looky there. They're feeding on back here. That's a pretty big one right there. There's your match the hatch color. Saved his life and also just threw him to the sharks. I lose him? I think I lost him. I still got him, he's tiny. Look at that monster. Nice fish, wasn't it? So we've got that shad spawn going in here. And you guys know what I think about a shad spawn in heavy cover. We're gonna pitch the old bussy brake killer over here. See if we can't get it to work. The only thing I don't like is the shad are a little bit smaller than my bellow shad. Okay. Think you wanted Mr. Bellow's vibe? We're gonna fish a shad spawn tomorrow morning. I got a gator or something, dude.
A
Or a
gator?
giant bass. A giant bass.
How big?
7. Not fast. There's number 5. Dang good one too. Oh, Bellow's 5 fish. 3-pounder. Fat one too. Okay. We're figuring something out now. I was just trying to overcomplicate stuff, and I love it that I'm able to do this, and I'm close to some of the canals where I saw some big ones. So, you know, I was kind of stuck with a decision today, like, I need to hone into one lake. What lake was that gonna be? Was it Dora? Was it Eustis? Was it Harris? And I decided Harris just because I feel like pound for pound, it has the biggest males. I feel like your average bite on Harris. You can catch a 10-pounder anywhere, but your average bite on Harris is just gonna be a hair bigger than what it's gonna be on those other lakes. And so that's why I decided to stick here, and it's worked out pretty well this morning. I mean, we've had 6 or 7 scoreable bites. Now granted, it's a shad spawn, we're winding around, but it's something to do, you know? And it's a shad spawn's a way you can get rich quick, and so we'll see how it goes. I'm having so much more fun right now than I thought I was going to today. I think those are whites, but I'm not sure. Where's my trap? I'd find out. I saw a couple bigger blow-ups in there though. You don't deserve to taste the Ravonic. Gotta get your hook, how to get a hook in your hand in 3 seconds right here. Oh no, don't flop, don't flop.
That's scary.
Break out the OG Florida mess. Bait that they bite, but I've never really caught them on. Kill my worm. Dead gummit. Unscoreable. Look, see him peeing? It's a male on a bed. Well, the sun's finally out, which, you know, that's going to kill that shad spawn bite, which it was probably ending anyway. But, you know, now we can kind of get back in a couple of these canals. I feel a lot more comfortable wasting time in canals now that I'm committed to Harris, and can really just settle down, you know. And if I find 1 2.5 pounder, it's worth taking a waypoint on, and because I'll be close enough to come catch him. Crikey. Uh-oh. Okay, no more hook setting here. Good one. See if we can get a few more bites in here. This would be. I almost didn't set the hook because it swam off slow. Feel a little dumb right now, but I like setting the hook. You know what I mean? Did I hook him? I did. He pulled too hard. I think that was a person coughing. That was a dog coughing? Voting for Marxist Kamala La La Ding Dong is a vote for communism. Drop it. Uh-huh. He's not big, but there he goes, he dropped it. So a lot of these fish, I'm assuming, are spawning. And so I'll be able to come back to that patch of grass right there and hopefully catch that bass. It's always important to shake fish off, but it's really important to shake them off this time of year when they're spawning. Because there's a chance today I could throw a prop bait without a hook on there or flip a worm and shake off an 8 pounder and come back and catch that exact fish on Thursday. I got him. Let that rod tip go. Drop it, please. Thank you. I felt like a keeper, or had potential to be a keeper. To see if he was scoreable. Ow! This weight knocked my knuckle. He'd be pretty close. He's not fat, but he's long. I just stuck one I shouldn't have stuck. I feel better. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a stud right there. Okay. That's exactly what I need to see. I need to not set the hook in here again now. I need to take the hook off because I will set the hook again. I have zero self-control, but it's a really good sign. I don't know if he's big or not. He's not moving like a little one. Pulled half my worm off. Non-scoreable. But it's the first bite we've had in a minute. Just had to put a hook on to get a bite. Don't throw my nail weight. He's not a keeper, actually. Did you hear it? Yeah. I said, don't throw my nail weight. Bloop. He'd be close, but I don't think he keeps. Well, we tried to fish out on the main for a while. No success. And then now we're back in a canal. We're kind of just trying to get out of the wind, fish efficiently, fish effectively, and see if we can't get some bites, you know? This canal looks pretty good. I've never been in this one before, but the watercolor's good. And pretty quickly we got a bite, so it's a good sign. That's the whole problem, is that fish doesn't do you any good. It's a keeper. Just hanging in the minnow bucket. He jumped around that line on the minnow bucket. For sure a scoreable. Flip the minnow buckets. So that fish right there, definitely a male. It's a dime a dozen. I mean, like if you can catch these, look at here. He's been cold before. See the hole right there? Doot, doot. Yeah. Yep. Somebody stuck a cold tag in his mouth. Well, fishing's about as slow as I'm talking right now. Is that what you wanted? Yeah. Okay. It's turned back into a grinder for us. Feel lost again. It's just crazy. you think you're getting some hints and try to roll with it. Just never really developed into anything more. And I like the area I'm in right now. It's not far from where we caught them this morning. You know, I'm about to just pick up a whining bait, I think, and see if I can't generate some. There's a lot of bait fish and stuff in this area, which is a good thing, but I cannot seem to pick up a bite on a worm, which is just not very Florida-like. Our practice is kind of coming to an end here. And I mean, we've got a shad spawn, and then we've got, that we hope happens. And then after that, we've got canals. And the canal deal, more than likely, is a one-day deal. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna replenish, if I'm gonna go in there and there's gonna be 6 boats and not that many fish, or if I'm gonna have them myself and it's gonna keep reloading. A lot of unknowns in this event. What has me scratching my head is I feel like they're not really locked on beds right now like they should be. When you go in the canals, you see small ones and even some females, but I'm just not seeing the big ones that you're used to seeing here. So that has me a little, I don't even know what the word is, just confused, I guess. But, you know, we're gonna keep hunting around, and maybe the shad spawn will just pop off and we'll get to live good. But if it don't, we're gonna have a grinder of an event. Practice is over. I hope it gets better for the tournament, but we've got a plan. We're gonna get some bites. I just really hope that shad spawn works. That's gonna hinge our whole tournament, is that bite. If that shad spawn works, we can make a top 10. If that shad spawn doesn't work, we're going home on Friday night. So we'll see. We'll see. Dark to dark. If we don't catch him, it's not going to be our fault for lack of effort. You know what I mean? It's a good way to do stuff. Didn't have a good practice, but we did all we could. We'll see what ends up happening. Well, we're Lake Murray now. Figured out we did not film an outro video to the Harris Chain practice vlog. But here we are. Harris Chain practice was really tough. We've locked into Lake Harris. We've kind of got a 1-2 punch of throwing a chatterbait, fishing a shad spawn, flipping some pads, and then also like the canal fish. So this is gonna be a bit of a survival event. You know, I think it's gonna go down in some lakes that I didn't practice in. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys wanna see the travel vlog from the Harris Chain, we're gonna put it up right here. And another video from the series, we're gonna put it up in this corner. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see y'all in the next episode of the Trimmed Up series.